If you missed the Emmys last night, that's all right. We got you covered. 8772 Radio U. The top thing you need to know. Nate Bargatze was the host. I didn't even know he was hosting, and I love Nate Bargatze.
Yeah, I love Nate Bargatze. I didn't know he was hosting this either, which makes me sad for the jokes that I miss.
Yeah, well, quite frankly, I didn't even know. Obviously, I knew the Emmys nominations had come out. I didn't know they were last night until yesterday during the day. And I do love award shows, but that's mostly the Oscars and less the Emmys. So I didn't watch. But Nate Bargatze, from what I understand, had a great bit where what do people hate about award shows? The speeches go on too long. People, they get started talking and then they never stop. Adrian Brody, I think he did the longest Oscars acceptance speech ever.
Yeah, that was
at the
rough.
Oscars. It was pathetic. And he said nothing the whole time. So to try to combat this, Nate Bargatze came up with this bit. Every person who wins an award gets 45 seconds. If you talk for 45 seconds exactly, nothing happens. If you talk for less than 45 seconds, for every second you're under 45 seconds, that's $1,000 to the Boys and Girls Clubs of America.
Which he started this bit off by saying he was donating $100,000.
Mm-hmm.
So this could be plus that.
Right.
So you'd be adding to that total.
And then if you go over 45 seconds, for every second you go over, that's taking money away. It's taking $1,000 away for each second. It started off not so bad. They started with $100,000. It got up all the way to $106,000.
Nice.
And the lowest it was ever seen was down to negative $26,000.
Oh, no.
In other words, the Boys and Girls Clubs of America
have to pay the Emmys.
Owed the Emmys money. And at some point they dropped the bit entirely because it was just because the people accepting these speeches, were just not even paying attention to it. And fortunately, I guess they had this in mind, Nate Bargatze and CBS, because they did wind up announcing, despite the failure of this bit to actually curtail the length of the speeches, they were still going to donate $350,000. So that's good.
That's great. I'm glad that they did that. But honestly, it could have been more than that, celebrities.
Mm-hmm.
Could have been more than that, actors and actresses. Let's listen up here to somebody that doesn't watch award shows.
Uh-huh.
The reason I don't watch them, I don't care. And also, I love Nate Bargatze, but even he can't get me to watch an award show because the self-indulgence is just too much for me. I don't like it.
I'm really torn on this because this is, like, for a lot of these people, this is the Emmys. These aren't even, like, big movie stars. Some of these people, this is the only award they will ever win. And you give them 45 seconds, which isn't even that much time. And then you're asking them to go under, which would be nice. I just think they are getting an award.
Yeah.
They should be able to do something. It's only because it's a TV show and because you're giving out a bajillion awards in one night that everybody can't have their little moment. So I do feel like I'm very conflicted on it, but I really would have thought that we could have strung together a few 40-second speeches.
Right.
In service of the Boys and Girls Club of America. Yeah.
Think of the children. Come on.
Yeah.
They couldn't even think of the children.
Pretty disappointing. Disappointing. But I just think there's a lot of people out there that are probably feeling like you. They're like, what did you expect?
Yeah.
It's like, I expected a little better. Maybe if it was a different charity.